Welcome to the Stronger American Daily Health and Fitness Brief, where we go over the latest health and fitness research, tackle one injectable peptide a day and the supplements that work synergistically or have similar impacts, and cover one muscle each day, expanding your knowledge and know-how. Here's what you need to know today. Let's start with what the research is telling us right now. A large Harvard randomized trial found that 2 years of daily multivitamin use slowed biological aging by roughly 4 months, as measured by DNA methylation clocks. Separately, a 2025 study confirmed that chronic systemic inflammation overrides the follistatin-myostatin muscle protection system even when follistatin levels are elevated. The takeaway: controlling inflammation is not optional if you want your training and supplements to actually work. Now, today's peptide research update. Follistatin 344 is a natural protein that blocks myostatin, which is your body's primary brake on muscle growth. A new 2025 peer-reviewed study found that in people with chronic inflammatory conditions, elevated follistatin still fails to protect muscle mass because competing inflammatory signals like TNF-alpha and IL-6 shut it down at the receptor level. The practical insight is that follistatin only works when inflammation is under control, and resistance training is the most reliable tool to create that environment. Without the training stimulus, follistatin has nothing to amplify. And here are the supplements that support the same pathway, no prescription required. Epigenetic from dark chocolate is the best natural companion for supporting the follistatin pathway, raising the follistatin to myostatin ratio at around 200 to 300 milligrams per day. Creatine monohydrate at 5 grams daily amplifies the same downstream IGF-1 and satellite cell pathways that follistatin feeds into, making them work together toward the same anabolic goal. Now for today's loading parameter, a training method backed by research that most people never use correctly. High-frequency training means hitting each muscle group 3 or more times per week rather than once. A 2018 meta-analysis in sports medicine found that training frequency has an independent effect on strength gains even when total weekly volume is the same, with 3 times per week outperforming once per week by a meaningful margin. The mechanism is more frequent protein synthesis spikes and more motor unit activation events throughout the week. The practical rule is simple: as frequency goes up, per session volume comes down, but your total weekly work stays the same. And finally, today's muscle of the day, Flexor Digitorum Profundus. The Flexor Digitorum Profundus is the deepest finger flexor and the primary driver of grip strength, which is one of the strongest predictors of how long you live in the research literature. Weakness shows up as a weak handshake, inability to hold a dead hang, and compensating with your wrists under load. The best exercise to build it is simply dead hang holds under body weight, starting with 2 to 3 sets of 30 to 60 seconds. Share and subscribe for more daily health and fitness briefs. Visit StrongerAmerican.com for more and sign up for our weekly newsletter. Train hard, live strong.